So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. In this video, I'm gonna teach you how to write the perfect email using AI. And right now, I'm currently inside Gmail because before we get started on the AI part, I want some reminders to give to you. To send the perfect email, you must first have a very useful email. What I mean by that is that sending valuable email, not just sending any junk or rather any random emails to people. And avoid making sure you ask questions at the first part. When I say asking questions, for example, like this one, it says, "Good morning. Are you gonna go, or rather, are you gonna buy that product?" So it's pretty direct. It's pretty an ending question. There isn't any conversation starter here, right? So that's the one thing, or rather, most important part I want to bestow or give to you. Make sure you always build your email in a cliffhanger. It's a two-part question. So make sure that you can ask some more. The recipient will ask some more. For example, rather than just simply saying yes, they'll answer this one. Yes, where and when are you located? For example, this is just a sample of how it should look like. Making sure asking two-part question to get those pretty conversation, right? Always leave your recipient in a cliffhanger. That's one reminder or most important thing I want to give you to guys. Now, making sure the next one is making sure the subject line, this one right here, is perfectly attractive. So there are some types here to take note of. So make sure these are short and sweet. Use numbers, use emojis if needed. So I have sample emails here. Let me just open that one. So as you can see right there, this is a sample of using emojis. As you can see, the subject line is fine heirloom worthy gifts. The emojis are a gift and a magnifying glass. Short and sweet, a sample is gonna be that one also. Do you narcissists regret living? Or this one right here, welcome to gravitywrite. Pretty simple and precise. And then urgency also is one of the things that you should like or rather put in your email. For example, this one right here, final hours, that's urgency. 50% off premium, that is also urgency, right? So make sure that your subject line stands out by using short and sweet, or rather short and precise, using of numbers, much like that one, and using of emojis. Now moving on to the subject line again, these are the type of subject lines to take note of. You have personalization. Let me just go back again on the other Gmail. So first part is personalization. When I say personalization, make sure your subject line consists of addressing the person. For example, on my subject line today, I'm gonna type "Dear John," or rather, if your name of the name of your recipient is Sarah, that's the idea here. Make sure the personalization is right there. That's type 1. Type 2 is urgency. Typing such as "last chance of this sale." This is a very precise example of an urgency subject line. Now, next one is gonna be the third type is curiosity. So for example, I'm gonna type in "what's inside is gonna amaze you." This specific or simple phrase really piques my curiosity personally. So I'm gonna open this email if I receive it, right? Now, the next type will be social proof. When I say social proof, these are the samples. For example, join 10,000 members to this awesome group. This is the proof of a social group that gives you credibility. That's one thing to look at it. Next type is benefit oriented. For example, these are the samples. 7-day free trial, rather 7-day free trial extended. The idea here is that the subject, the recipient, will know the benefit he will get upon opening the email. That's one thing. This is actually my favorite one of the types, to make sure I always have those open email count. And by the way, next one is gonna be question. For example, have you found the perfect gift? This is the second to the last type of subject line, which is gonna be question. So asking some people, have they found the perfect gift, they would really open this one, because especially it's the holiday season right now. And lastly, invitation. For example, you are invited to join us this evening. which is actually for the body of the letter. Anyway, that is my preference. If you like it, I really appreciate that. Now, if you're satisfied with this one, for example, you have a subject line, you want to test it using AI now, we're going to use a specific tool called, so once you're here, this is going to be gravitywrite, the AI we're going to use to build subject lines. So once you're here, click the search bar, type subject line, and the one thing that will pop up is email subject line. Click on it, and you'll arrive on this tool. It's going to ask 3 questions. So first one is, what's the primary goal or reason you're reaching out to the recipient? So if there's a sample, then let's just say product introduction right there. And then what type of email are you planning to send? It has choices. So I'm gonna go with cold outreach emails right there. So please provide a draft of the email you're sending. So this is gonna be optional. If you have a draft, for example, paste it here, but right now I don't have a draft, I'm not gonna paste anything. So I'm gonna click on create consent right there and wait for this tool to give me those subject lines. So as right now, it gave me 5 subject lines with emoji, with the urgency, with the invitations right there, and even the curiosity is right there. So that being said, if you have picked a specific subject line here, there is another tool that I want you to try out. Let's pick one here very quickly. I'm gonna use this one, the invitation, since I really don't like this one. So copy. Once it's copied, go to this new tool. It's gonna be called Omnisend. Paste the subject line here. Click on test now. Once you test your subject line, it will show you the score. So you're invited, get an exclusive sneak peek at our new products with that emoji. It's saying almost perfect, there's just one thing you might change. See below for suggestions. Think of this as Grammarly for subject line. So this is the suggestions, the word count, the length, and this is the scannability. Right? So these are the subject lines you want to steal on the upcoming holidays. And that being said, please take note about this tool. It's pretty good. So these are just suggestions. So use of numbers is good. Capitalization style is mixed case or research subject does need to be written in sentence case. That being said, nothing else is that needed to change here. And that being said, if you're satisfied with this one, simply use it and paste it on your email. And that being said, that's how you write a perfect email using AI. So thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Goodbye for now.